Your favorite K-tuber here. I'm still on hiatus, but hey there, how are you? Anyways, March was actually good. Maybe even better than January. There were about 500 comebacks every week and most of them were surprisingly bearable. Maybe the standards are too low these days, but I genuinely believe some of these songs are great. There were supposed to be 15 songs for the video, but I didn't have much words for the bottom 5 so I just disregarded them. They weren't so good or so bad that I had interest in talking about them. Maybe in the comments I'll do some explanation, but for now, here are your rejects. This is gonna be a long video, so let's start with the first song.
Scratch that, bring it back. 내 옆에서 내치면 몸이 고장나서.
I'm kinda sad I didn't like this. Their releases last year were so good that I actually expected them to release bad shit this year. Okay, maybe not shit, but it's definitely a hard pill to swallow. Not as hard as Sticker, but hard enough to make you question it on first listen. There were some really good parts, specifically that bridge/dance break. That part was so good that I considered giving it more points. The weakest part of the song must be the first half of the chorus. God, is it awful. But the second half where the synths come in is what I expected and loved with this song. NCT songs always got one aspect about it that's just unlikable. The worst part about it is the other parts are so good, that it makes the bad parts sound good too. Almost misleading you to like even the bad parts. As far as NCT songs go, this isn't my favorite, not even close. But objectively, this sounds like any of their other songs, and I know there's people out there who like that. Too bad I'm not one of them. 7.4 out of 10. Maybe the repackage will be better. Okay, now it gets interesting. I'm telling you right now, all the songs from here on out are great. But let's start with Purple Motherfucking Kiss. After their impressive debut and first comeback, I couldn't predict what they'd do next. But I did have somewhat high expectations. Out of the 100 comebacks this month, this was one that I was really anticipating. This sounds like boy group music sung by a girl group, and it works very well. Even I would have never expect something that goes hard. The great vocals are essential for the song. I always say this, but if it weren't for their skills this wouldn't sound as amazing. Also, talk about consistency. They are out here coming back with something different every time, and all of it has been great. I gotta give it to them because that is actually impressive. They started out strong and they are still here with something on the same level. It's too early to say, but I'm confident that Purple Kiss is one group that will be consistent in quality, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. 8 out of 10.
느껴져 high like a big rush of adrenaline. 내 심장의 shot. Come on, give me one shot, one more shot.
I'm no Gravity fan, but this is their best song by a mile, and I say that loud and proud. Their music has always been a snooze fest, something boring, which is something I hate in a song. My expectations were very low. I felt like skipping this comeback because I thought it was going to be boring as ever. But gladly I was in my right mind and boy do I got some words for it. I love it. That's a big deal for me since I don't say for a lot of songs, not even for ones I think are great. It's in no way the best or most unique song ever made, but it's good enough for me to praise it. Maybe my expectations were too low, but I really fuck with this sound a lot. Their previous songs were lacking personality, and this one doesn't suffer from that. Fun is present in the song, and I'm glad they went this route. If they continue with this sound or something similar to it, Gravity could finally have their place in the industry. 8.2 out of 10. Their first bop ever.
Come on, give me one shot, one more shot. Come on, give me one.
By this point nothing will ever separate them with the retro sound. Normally I'd hate that, but I can't complain, because they sound good doing it. This year so far had about 10 retro-like comebacks, but I can't deny it's mostly bops, and it just so happens that Brave Girls has some of the best. I'm so glad that it was a disco song that doesn't stop. From start to finish it was energetic and energetic only. It's a bop, okay? There's nothing more to say about it. Actually, there is. It's a thank you song. You probably know what their situation was. From Nugu to one of the top groups in a second. This is something all groups want. Recognition. And they got that after 4 years. A lot of groups don't last that long, which is why they are thankful to the fans and to anyone who got them to where they are right now. It's cute and meaningful, and there's nothing much more to say, so I can't really hate it either. 8.4 out of 10.
Here comes bad news. Suck up, give up on my way.
Oh my god, a good and normal debut song? From a 4th gen boy group? Is this for real? It's a boppity bop and a half times 20. This is something I'd willingly listen to in my free time. It's a song that gets me going and there's nothing more I could ask for. This has also made me realize how great Yuhua's song production is. I'd say they are up there with the big boys when it comes to it. Woods, Yena, Everglow, and now Tempest. I was really surprised by this debut, as they can be so boring and bad most of the time. But hearing this makes me think, what's so hard about debuting normally? I'm not talking like it's a mediocre song that is kinda catchy. Rather, I actually believe this is good in a way that it's going to be hard to top it. This is certainly one of the better 4th gen debuts and it's not even close. 8.5 out of 10. Maybe I am a fan of rock. I don't know. But I really find this song enjoyable in all kinds of ways. I don't really know Kihyun well, other than being a member of MX. But I can confidently say that this is a great song. You can feel the quality both in his performance and the song's production. Nothing about it feels half-assed and I find that really engaging. I can tell he really enjoyed recording this song as it fits him very well, and that enjoyment made the song even better. I love it when groups/artists I know but don't usually follow releases something I'd like. It makes me feel there are actual artists out there who make great music outside of the groups I already stan. Well, of course I know there are, but there's something different about an artist releasing something good versus something you actually like. It's that sense of amazement that you can't really feel with artists you're a fan of, as you already know what to expect. And that amazement came with this song. Genuinely, this is a good song, and I'd recommend it to you all. 8.6 out of 10. I love unpredictability.
Love is space. 세계 끌어당겨줘.
The more I listened, the more I like it. My very first impression of the song was it's basically Love So Sweet on crack. Which it's still pretty much my feelings toward it. Now begs the question if I like it more than Love So Sweet. It's going to take a while for me to fully conclude my answer, but for now I can confidently say this is really good. Cherry B really knows how to pull off a great chorus. Not to mention how they have amazing vocals that fit their sound. There's these small parts in the song where they almost rap or sing in a fast pace, which makes this song ever more interesting. That actually happens for a lot of their tracks. Hands up with the Beethoven sample, LSS with its minimalistic chorus. There's always something to look forward to with their music that completes it. And by now they've made it their trademark. A really strong 8.8 out of 10. Cherry Bullet is iconic.
정상인 척다들 힘좀 빼. 짓고 있는 미소들은 say like 풀리면 다 똑같이.
These boy groups must be plotting something. Why are they releasing good music? Anyways, I wasn't a fan of Thunderous at all. I thought it was too aggressive that I found it hard to listen on most days. This new one though, is a lot more palatable. Still somewhat aggressive, but that's just Stray Kids for you. It's definitely more laid back for their standards and I like that. I thought the loud music was good the first time, but they kept doing it so I just lost interest. But with this one it looks like they're out trying something new again, and that's all I could ask for. It really reminds me of early Stray Kids days. The beat on the verse is crazy, the rap was rapping, and everything was great. I'd also like to point out that I love their rap pre-choruses more than singing pre-choruses. It just hits harder when the beat finally drops, so I really appreciate that. The chorus also bangs, but I feel like there was just something missing, just a bit more oomph. Overall I think this has been their best since Backdoor. Took them a while but it's here, and I am not complaining. 8.8 out of 10. Actually worth checking out.
Yeah, I'm tomboy.
If you've been following me for a while you know I love and hate some of their songs. I just think most of their tracks are a hit or miss for me. a year after WA, and I was really curious whether this would hit or not, because WA did not hit me at all. My last good release from them was Oh My God, and that was 2 years ago. So after a whole 2 years of waiting for a hit or a miss, what did I get? Their best comeback yet. I don't care what y'all say, I-DLE and Tomboy over WA and Oh My God any day. This song is an anthem, and we love anthems here. I really thought it was their best title track for a long time, and that song was way back in the days. These girls got attitude and I loved it when they did I-DLE, because it really fits them. I was disappointed that they kept doing the dark mystical thing because I personally thought most of it was boring. So hearing this new song actually made me somewhat happy, as if I was a big fan. I have no complaints with the song at all, except for one thing. Soyeon's second verse kinda broke the flow. I'm not even talking about the lyrics or her actual flow, but about how it was placed awkwardly in the middle. That was my only distasteful part of the song. But the rest is great enough that I could let it slide. The song is addicting from start to finish, and I can't believe I'm saying that for an I-DLE title track. 9 out of 10. Already a top song this year and not even close. Technically February, but whatever. If it was just some normal song I would have been fine not talking about it. But it's no normal song and it's here to stay. I loved the shit out of Ring Ring. I think I was the only one who liked that song that much. So going into this I didn't necessarily have high expectations. To be specific, I just wanted it to be a good follow-up to Ring Ring. And I think it did more than be a good follow-up. I actually think it's much better than Ring Ring. I thought RR was a masterpiece of the 21st century, but even then, Chiquita is just much better. I won't give you the retro talk on this one. At this point we should just accept that it's never going anywhere. And so far, this might be one of the best ones. There, I said it. This is retro K-pop perfection. It simply does not get better than this. Intro, it's perfect. Chorus, a banger. Outro, just beautiful. The drop, oh lord, someone call an ambulance. If there ever comes one that manages to be better than this, I'll be the first one to say retro clears every other genre. My only complaints are some bad ad-libs, but does it really matter if it's this good? 9.3 out of 10. Winter Rosie, you are biased for this one. Well, there is a reason why I am biased. First and foremost, Red Velvet has been making amazing music, with this one being no exception. Let's dissect this alright. First, we got Park Sunbae Nim on the track. Massive respect for his work on Sticker, truly a masterpiece. No, but seriously, the classical theme is magnificent for Red Velvet. Well, they are the only ones who I can see pulling off something like this. One has to be with their voices. The way they sing, especially in harmony, is nothing short of beautiful. I'd also like to thank the producers for this comeback. Say what you want, but their producers have a keen eye for concepts, creativity, and for songs, harmony and melody. Everything about this release, from teasers to the actual comeback, is just chef's kiss. It was made so well to create this exquisite album. This is what I call big company privilege. They have artists and producers who knows how to handle their craft, and I can feel that with this concept. This was way more ambitious than Queendom, as it stands from other groups and even with their own releases. This is definitely unique even for Red Velvet standards, which is something I missed from their previous recent comebacks. It's not radio friendly. This is not a song you play in a club. But if there's anything I know about Red Velvet, it's that they never went with the trend. Only Red Velvet will release a trap remix of a classical piece in this oversaturated industry. This isn't a TikTok trend. This is a masterpiece. This song is actually near perfect. If only the bridge was a tad bit longer, maybe this could have been a 10. I haven't felt this way for RV since Perfect Velvet. This is the Red Velvet everyone either feared or loved so much, and I'm glad it's back. Subjectively this is higher for me, but I think it's safe to say that this is a 9.5 out of 10. Thank you Red Velvet for adding flavor back into K-pop.